because it seems like their second and third players in the rotation are not quite in tune with what's happening. That's a nasty flip away. The flick is an Athena, and it rings off the crossbar away, but the follow-up shot will find the back of the net because nobody...
Logical conclusion, right?
Is Gamera a dragon? Because they need a turtle, right? Like, I'm curious. I mean, it's a kaiju. Can you call it a dragon? I think this game is going to tell us that at the end of it all. Husky going for the reset double! That's how you get your momentum back. Husky saves the day.
And look, in the high-pressure moments, it's the mechanics that can suffer. He fakes the musty double and just turns it into the late flip into the back of the net. That is going on the highlight.
Waves we're looking for, so we are questioning whether or not they'd be able to turn it around. Signs look good right now. I'm still curious to see what happens when the Blue Jays make a save off of that TUD approach. They never got the counterattack on that sort of exchange of plays, and maybe that's a promising sign. Perhaps this aggression is exactly what the Apes need. As what are they doing on the Blue Jays? What?
I would laugh at any team doing this. Nobody touches the ball from TUD for a solid 10 seconds. After a routine clear.
Wait, play! Pirate R dives at that one a bit aggressively, and so will two defenders. Anya has to make a touch, and they will do exactly that. But where's the follow-up? No! Disaster strikes! A single miss will knock Doran's Nima out of the tournament!
Oh, and Pads has just chipped that into the top corner. It was almost too slow for Sane to get the read and get the hit away. Oh, it's devastating, but Kit, they continue their Cinderella run, taking down Doran's Nima against the predictions of the entirety of the analysis desk. Kit, move on in the tournament, and they will move on to Dallas, the CRL World Championships, later this year.
I am in disbelief right now. I have nothing to say. Doran's Nima,
get themselves over the line at EURC. They much more favor themselves as the underdog with less pressure on them, and maybe that's what we're seeing here, because coming into this series, I think they're just that.
Now seeing a little bit of a midfield battle between the teams. Neither team able to latch on, but MJ latching onto the flip reset double over the top of the defense and into the back of the net.
We're going to have a pause here, of course. You know, classic VAR. I mean, it was a fantastic bit of Zumba there.
In the 90% of the goal in front of me. No, it went in the 10% of that goal right above him. It would have taken a wonder save after he just crept off that back post. My goodness. This is a quick goal. Local banana with an absolute slinger into the top corner.
And I'm starting to think that maybe this game is going to get away from Dusseldorf. It's not necessarily a bad game out of them, but it feels like they really were never able to find that spark of life when it came to their offense. It's not even really that bad of a defense. It just felt like they kept trying to turn their defense.
Because if you consider the momentum of this series, keeping game 2 a lot closer than the first, and now currently tied with a lot of time to go, but Sushi does not care. Sushi doing Sushi things.
Sushi had this red the moment he touched that ball, knew exactly where it was going. Unfortunately for TUD, My Parable did not have that read. And Sushi with an absolute banger. The third goal for Warwick.
Saturday, and they have some good players. They're not bad. They have Psycho. I believe he's the person who created the Psycho shot. I think he plays for Portsmouth. He's pretty good. They're not as good content-wise. They had a couple good questions at EURC, and the players just wouldn't bite. They're doing too proper. They're like Stumpy. Actually, no, more like Johnny and Cole. Just really, really proper, trying to avoid the highlights. Not Johnny anymore, just Cole. Cole and Greg.
Just Cole. Now gets this over to the other side. Sushi could race for this one, but instead decides to go back. Calio demo on the way out against Walden. Leaves Treefork and Sushi. Treefork now. Sushi, they're both up for it. Sushi to the backboard. Could get this waterfall. They've done it! They've advanced! They will play Salford in the lower semis!
Oh! Treefork! After the absolute calamity he faced in Game 4, makes his redemption arc onto the crossbar! Treefork! Stunning! Absolutely unbelievable scenes!
And
we're not even done yet, but it's Treefork to do it. You can't write a much better scenario for the 0-second goal. Warwick, they're not out of the woods just yet. They need this overtime golden goal to secure the Champions Field spot, and it starts with a big clear from Walden. With the goal, we're going to Game 7.
Champions Field awaits, ladies and gentlemen.
Likely, I don't really think that they have that great of a chance considering how lackluster their offense has been. But if you're going to double commit like that, leave 7-Dam in a 1v1, you might as well kiss the win goodbye, because Trizzleton will punish every single time. 20
in the middle. What can he do? Takes it past
way.
No way. No, he can't get
To your point as well, in game number 2, with Dublin doing a little better job of slowing down Warwick's offense, it's a little bit more impressive considering the fact that Dublin has spent around double the time on 0 boost in the previous game of this series that Warwick did, but Treefork is going to equalize very quickly. I mean, we're not even 20 seconds in, but yet it's another one close off the kickoff.
Yeah, Treefork, he's not going to miss that one. It's a rough one for TUD. Again, you always feel...
And Dorans, the same Dorans who just continue to make waves. Of all the teams come into today, you know, considering we've got 4 teams already qualified to the World Championship, these top 6 in the LCQ, you'd be like, yeah, those are the top, you know, they round out the top 10 teams.
Like, I'm curious. I mean, it's a Kaiju. Can you call it a dragon? I think this game is going to tell us that at the end of it all. Husky going for the reset double. That's how you get your momentum back. Husky saves the day.
And look, in the high-pressure moments, it's the mechanics that can suffer. He fakes the musty double and just turns it into the...
It even says on the screen, Nolan learned that he was getting kicked from Shift RL, brought to you by Jay and Achilles over to Jay over there in the fan area. And he learned that through Achilles.
Yeah, that's different. That's way different.
Yeah,
I don't think that should ever happen.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking about, though. Should players have more roster security? Because you shouldn't be learning about that from a news reporter.
Yeah.
That also.
Did they have Legends of the Hidden Temple in the UK? Old school TV show, kids show, where like they would always divide them into 6 different teams at the start, and one of the teams was the Blue Barracudas. And I don't think historically they were always the best team, but right now I can't help but think back to that, and the few times the Blue Barracudas would do well, it would always be in comebacks, I feel. They would always get these late surges. I know this is random, I know this is out there, but it's kind of coming together right here in front of us right now. Granted, they also had a tendency to let you down at the end, and they would never make it to that big finale. So we'll see how that goes from here. But right now, those Blue Barracudas, they're up 3-0. They're in control of this game number 5, and they are poised to take the series.
3-0 up.
Arton, again, when the problems with the Lions, playing too
What?
far back. What? This is the open net! No! No! I did not
see plays in the offensive third, and I gotta say, Salford, we see a rule 1, locked in.
Yeah, they're sticking to it.
Love it.
Yeah,
First rule of Rocket League, keep the ball up.
Bad.
And look, chat, I just do want to start the argument. First rule of Rocket League, keep the ball up at 0 seconds. Rule number 1, though, is lock bonnets, lock hoods, just keep it in, headlock, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, I'm not hearing any argument about that.
This could determine the series, by the way, right? Like, they're still going. Now, whoever wins this Rule 1, because we're going to find a winner at the end of it, and someone's going to break eventually. Did they win this series? I think this game right now is still favoring the Dragons. We are playing proper 2's Rocket League at this stage. Husky, actually only one defender to beat. Going to try to go over the top. Jiggy with the respawn there for the save. Limbo's going to put it up. Ball, water falls down. Limbo goes for the bump, but can't get the shot. That goes to Husky. When the Blue Jays make a save off of that TUD approach, they never got the counterattack on that sort of exchange of plays, and maybe that's a promising sign. Perhaps this aggression is exactly what the Apes need. As what are they doing on the Blue Jays? What?
I would laugh at any team doing this. Nobody touches the ball from TUD for a solid 10 seconds.
In their memory, when they got the win, I think Husky will remember that mechanical go-ahead, and I think that's going to leave him in good stead. Look, he has been the biggest performer all round for Dusseldorf, but Wilsberg, who's been struggling for boost and struggling to impact the game, finds an impact right here. Jiggy with the misplay. Cood can't read it, and Wilsberg capitalized.
I'm going to break the fourth wall a little bit right now.
It's been stressful. It's been entertaining. We've had underdog runs, and we've got some big matches to go ahead, and I can't wait for tomorrow. I hope it lives up to the expectations that have now been set because of today.
I think also something you mentioned is the story for the ages, right? We have said goodbye to a total of 21 teams this evening. We have 6 teams remaining. We're going to be looking at those tomorrow. But also a lot of these players, this is their last
the clear, and Tree4 comes across. Can he grab the 100 boost? He can. Takes to the sky. One more chance. Sushi in the middle. He goes for the fake. Onto the cross. Oh! Tree4! Stunning! Absolutely unbelievable scenes!
And we're not even done yet, but it's Tree4 to do it. You can't write a much better scenario for the 0-second goal. Warwick, they're not out of the woods just yet. They need this overtime goal.
We are playing proper 2's Rocket League at this stage. Husky, actually only one defender to beat. Going to try to go over the top. Jiggy with the respawn. There for the save. Limbo's going to put it up. Ball waterfalls down. Limbo goes for the bump, but can't get the shot. That goes to Husky. They'll put it in. The Dragons up 3-0.
Now, am I right in saying that your prediction is now that Dusseldorf win the series? Did I understand that correctly?
You know
the
what?
winner of this Rule 1 would win the series? I could have
What's
misheard.
the phrase? The pride cometh before the fall. I think the Lions might be in trouble right here because, yeah, they lost out. Let's see what happens.
Team, I'm full of copium for them because I was there casting in Open Qualifier 3, and this team, they struggled through Qualifier 1 and 2. Suddenly turned up new player. The name on everyone's lips was Anya, and it's one you're going to have to listen out for because they were extremely excited. They knew what was coming. They absolutely bossed Qualifier 3. In one afternoon, they completely won me over. I went on to a prediction stream and said, this team are going to go and make LAN. I was so confident in them. I was the biggest believer. And then they went and came 5th in their group. I stopped believing. I'll admit it. I stopped believing in them. I was their biggest fan, and I gave up because that lower bracket was so brutal.
Denied for the moment. We do, of course, have the player cams, as was alluded to on the desk. We do have Local Banana having lost a bet in the banana suit as well. Isn't he looking wonderful? And he looks to open up the scoring there. Denied again in front of net, though.
40 seconds in, and it has been a very confident start from both sides. Neither team feeling the nerves, neither team playing cagey early on. Devon uses the ceiling to his advantage here, gets himself a reset, won't find the touch. But the opening minute has been absolutely sublime. This is the kind of standard we expect. These players settling in, the nerves nowhere to be seen, 20,000 people watching, and it's going to be Rotterdam to open up the scoring.
A lack of boost and a poor touch from Cactic means that when he tried to chase after the ball, after it really ended up there because he didn't get the touch he would have wanted in the corner, it has led directly to an opening goal for Rotterdam, and that'll be helping them out. We said at times they've looked a little bit nervy in this tournament. At times, Erasmus Rotterdam don't matter.
50-50, Jiggy's too speedy for him. He gets a following up touch, so Anya has to use...
Well, that is the thing. Of course, he was kept to just half a goal a game in their series in a URC. If he's doing that, how are you going to stop him? That's a blockbuster downfield.
All right, Jiggy. Relax, bro. How does he have that much boost in the tank?